welcome back to RC Icons. So today we're going to tour the built car collection that I have behind me. So we're going to go through every car that I have that's built already that either needs restoration or finishing. All of them are behind glass at this point. I still have a few spots open in the cabinets. It totals 99 cars. 3 out of the 99 are actually half-built cars that aren't behind the glass. Just because they're too big. And they're very special cars. So I know that the video is probably going to be long, so I don't want to have too much small talk. So let's just get right into it. So we're going to go through the built car collection today. I'm not even sure how many I have, to be honest. Trying to do this in a way where I don't make you sick. So the display starts out with motors. That's just a bunch of my vintage motors. This needs to be redone. You can see I've got a ton that are just kind of laying in the front. I have another 3-tier shelf and a bunch of motor stands. So all of these boxes have motors in them. They're full. They're not empty boxes. So if there's doubles from up top, it's because I have 2 of the motor. Same with these motors. They all have boxes. So getting past the motors, this is a number 2 Martini Porsche, not finished. Story behind that car is it actually was a Martini Porsche team member's car from back in 1976, and he built it back in 76, and he had put it under his bed, forgot about it, and last year it went up on eBay. One of his friends sold it for him because he didn't know how to use eBay, and I ended up buying it. So that car actually has a cool story. It's kind of funny that, you know, an actual Martini team member built that car. So that's got some history. Bit of a battered Porsche 959. That's custom painted TBG body on it. I've got 2 new unboxed 959, so I'll build a new one. I'll probably restore that one and maybe sell it off. I'm not sure. And we have our Celica GRB. I've got all new parts for that to restore that as well. The body and paintwork is actually in good shape. And we have our Opel Ascona. I've got a new chassis, new body kit, new wheels and tires for that car. Coming back up, we've got our original Super Shot, never run. Guy who built it bought it back in 85, 86, built it, put it on the shelf, never ran it. It's got the original Technopower in it as well. Hot Shot 2, never run. It was new built and was never run. Then I've got Boomerang, an original Boomerang that's in a bit of a state. I've got a couple of new unboxed Boomerangs, so that one might end up becoming a Winger, if that's right. Yeah, I believe it's a Winger. Then I've got Audi Quattro. I've actually got a new unboxed one of those to build, so I'm not sure what I'll do with this one. It's actually in pretty decent shape, short of the red body and red wheels. I've got new wheels and tires for it, and I've got a new body kit for it. So I'm not sure what will happen with that one. This is my newly restored Marui Ninja. Thing's absolutely mint. All new plastics on that car. There's a video series on the channel coming up of the restoration of that car, and couldn't be happier with how it came out. Marui Samurai. I've got a new unbox of one of those. So this one's going to get redone, but it's going to get redone completely custom. The chassis, body, everything is going gray, black, and white. So I'm excited to get into that one here pretty soon. This is one of my battered Marui Hunters. I've actually got 2 of them. So between the 2 of them, I've got enough nice parts to make one nice one. So that's the plan with that one. And then I've got my KTR Porsche. I saw Glenn's KTR Porsche when he did the Project Bling. Absolutely loved it. They're hard to find, so I ended up finding one and I bought it. So this is the Egress giveaway car. This is actually gonna be given away. This is an all original Egress. I just finished restoring it. You'll see that on the channel. that's going to be given away on Tamiya Legends to one of Tamiya Legends viewers. And I just finished that one, and it came out absolutely beautiful. Car's mint, and it's going to go with a Dynatech O2H motor that's in it. So this is an original Egress. This is an X-race car. I saw this thing and just had to have it. If you look at the rear tires on that car, they are super wide. And I'm not going to do anything to that car. I just love it for what it is. It's just an old vintage race car. Absolutely gorgeous. Done in white too. I love the white. So 88 original Avanti 1 and 2. So one's a Mach 1, one's a Mach 2. One has the driver figure in it, the other one doesn't. They both have the Technogold motors. They're both all original. I wasn't really planning on buying a Mach 1 and a Mach 2. It just kind of happened. I got a good deal on it. So I ended up buying them both. This is actually a 2001 Avanti with Glenn's custom Astute body shell just kind of sitting on it. I have a super Astute Riri to build, so that body kit will go on that car eventually. But just for now, I just kind of threw it on top of it. So I have this 2001 Avanti. I have everything to finish it. It's a brand new build, was never run. I have the body and decals. It just needs to be finished. Then I've got an Avanti Black. Original, built but never finished Vanquish, needs to be painted. That car's never been run. And then I've got an original Frog down here with a Revive RC body that Glenn had custom painted by Bad Goat Bodies, I think it was, in the UK. So that car will get restored, and then that body shell will go on it. So this is kind of a state. So this is an original Evo with Glenn's Evolution 2 body kit just kind of sitting in there. This Evo will actually get given away on my channel. It's an all original Evo. It's got the round spike tires. It's got everything is absolutely mint on it. And I've got 2 new in-box Evos. So I'll end up building one of the 2 new in-box Evos to replace that car. This is an original Top Force. It's actually got a Revive RC body on it, just because the original body that was on it wasn't painted with enough paint, so it was a little bit transparent, and I got this body set on another Top Force that I had bought, so I threw it on there just because it looked better. So eventually we'll put the original body back on it. It just needs to get more paint. So this is a Top Force Evo Black Edition that I had bought on eBay. I fell in love with this car. This car is all carbon fiber, absolutely gorgeous car. It's got vintage alloy wheels. I believe it's got some Shoemaker tires on it. I just saw it and had to have it. I'm kind of a Top Force nut. So here's another Evo clone that was that I had bought. This was just another car that I just had to have, so it's basically like a Black Edition Evo. And then this is another Evo clone that's a runner that it has high caps, it has a carbon fiber chassis. So someone had cloned the Evo and turned it into a runner, and I wanted one to run, so that's the one I bought. So this is TRF 201, new build, never run. Under that, I've got my original Thundershot, brand new, built, never finished, needs to be painted. And then you can see there's a vintage set of UJs underneath. DF03 white. I've actually got a new unboxed one of those too. You can't find those anymore. I don't know, it's a quirky car. You know, all white chassis, all white parts. I just saw it and had to have it. 2018 Manta Ray with the Revive RC body set that Glenn had done. He sent me that one as well. I've got the body for that car, the original body, so I'm not sure. I might put the Revive body on it that Glenn did. He wasn't happy with the fluorescent colors. I think it looks great. I'll be honest, I love it. So I'll paint the other body and maybe I'll put it in the back of the display. But you know, I'll put a driver figure in this one and I'll probably show it with that body on it. I mean, I don't think he gives himself enough credit sometimes. Original Terror Conqueror, absolutely mint, not a scratch on it. I actually have 2 of them. The other one is in my storage closet, and it's probably going to become a giveaway car. I've got a lot of cars I'm going to give away, honestly. I've got probably 10 or 15 duplicate cars that I just don't need, and I want to give some cars away to people that, you know, might not be able to afford buying vintage cars like this. So I do have another Terra Conqueror, and like I said, that's probably going to be a giveaway car. I got another TRF 201 too to restore. I had bought it originally, and then I found the other one there, the other one that's down here that wasn't run. So you know, sometimes you buy a car and with the intentions of restoring it, and then a nicer car comes along, and before you know it, you have 5 Falcons. And that's kind of where I'm at. You know, I've got 5 Falcons. So this is a brand new built, never finished Blazing Star. I obviously have the body and decals. I've got a second one new in box that's never been touched. I love that car. For whatever reason, I think those truck tires on a buggy just look great. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of it, but it's honestly one of my favorite cars. It's just quirky, you know. New built, never run Dirt Thrasher. Love that car as well. I just, you know, you just can't go wrong with the DFO ones. Then I've got a brand new built, never finished Madcap. I've got the body, the body's on it. I've got the decal set. I've got everything to finish that car. Thing was built, never finished. I just happened to pick it up. And then this is another one that was built, never run. Somebody had painted it in a yellow body for whatever reason. This is going to actually get turned into a Saint Dragon. I've got the rear body mount that you need it for it, and I've got the red friction shocks to turn this into a Saint Dragon. Just can't find Saint Dragons anywhere. You know, you can buy the new one, the 2022 Blue Edition. I've got an original set of red decals, and I bought a Riri body, Tamiya body, so it'll at least have the original body. So yeah, that one will get converted over. And then I've got an original Bearhawks. This will get restored. I've got a new chassis for it. I've got a new body kit for it. I've got new front tires for it. So that'll get some love and be completely restored. And then this is one of my 5 Falcons. So in the back there, I've got brand new set of front and rear tires and wheels. I've got an original body and original decals for it. I've got a new chassis. I've got the yellow parts. I've got everything I need to make that car mint, and that was my intention, but I ended up buying another one that's mint, that needs to be painted, and I actually have 2 new in box. So 2 to 3 Falcons will get given away, and then 1 new in box will get built for my collection, and the other new in box will stay new in box. Coming back up, we're gonna get over into Kyosho here. So this is my Tom's Turbo Optima Mid Special, new built, never run. That car's absolutely gorgeous, mint, not a scratch on it. Everything's obviously original. Love that car. Then I've got my Turbo Optima Mid SE. That car's actually in good shape. That one will get restored, as will the Turbo Optima underneath it. They're both in really good shape. They just need a little bit of love just because of their age. Then I've got an original Optima Mid right there. That will get restored. I've got a brand new chassis for it, and it's not the Riri chassis. It's the original chassis with the non-countersink holes. Yeah, so that will get completely restored, and I've got a body and decals for that, and I've got new wheels and tires for it as well. And then I've got my Optima Mid Custom. That car has never been run. That's a brand new build, never run. Another one like that. And I actually have the Turbo Optima Mid Custom Special, the 6th one. I've got that one as well, new in box from back in the day, that's going to get built on the channel. Then moving down, I've got my original Ultima. So this car, it needs a light restoration. Everything is there. With the new one out now, you know, it's easy enough to find parts. I know there are some differences. The body's a little bit different. It doesn't have the cutout, or the doesn't have the opening for the mechanical speed control in the new body. So it's a little bit different, but all in all, that one's a great looker just the way it is. This is This is an Ultima Pro, I believe, or a Turbo Ultima that was done custom. I believe it's a Losi body that's on it. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. I just loved it when I saw it, and had to have it. You know, it was listed as like a custom Ultima, and it is. But I just loved it and had to have it. And then I've got an original Javelin down there that we'll do something with. I'm not sure what we'll do with it yet. Looks pretty cool the way it is, but it definitely needs some love. Turning the corner now, we've got our June Watanabe. So we've got the new Blockhead Motors Wild one. Next to it, we've got the Watanabe Hornet. That's an original. That's not a knockoff or I've got a box and manual and everything for that car. Underneath that, we've got an original LP 500. I love Lamborghini Countachs, and when you see my new unbox collection, you'll see five Lamborghini Countach LP 500s from 3 different manufacturers that are all new in box. Moving down, we've got our 2022 Saint Dragon. Just finished that car. My TRF 501. And then this is an empty spot for my Astute, which is on the bench. I just finished restoring the chassis on that. DB02 Leonis, done in red. That car is completely mint. I bought that on eBay. Guy ended up restoring it just before he sold it. That's another brand new chassis behind it. I don't know why it came with 2 chassis. Neither one of them have a mark on it. I like it in red and blue. It's different, you know. I think it looks cool. So that car's completely restored already. It's a little bit dirty and dusty, so you know, I'll show it on the channel and we'll go from there. This is my Mach 1 Hot Shot. You can see, I don't know if I can get it. It's got the 3-hole bumper on it. I've actually got a 3-hole bumper Mach 1 new in box as well. So this car will get a light restoration. It kind of is what it is. It's not like I'm going to find a new bumper for it or anything like that. So we'll put new wheels and tires on it, clean it up, make it look decent. And then I've got an original Hot Shot to build as well that we'll put a set of gold wheels on. So we'll have an original Mach 1 and then we'll have the original Mach 2, you know, kind of sitting right next to it. This is my TD4 Black Special. So when Glenn did his on Tamiya Legends, he did, you know, a nod to the original Avanti, and then I decided to do a nod to the Black Special. So it's got the Egress racing wing on it. I thought it came out pretty cool. It's got all the hop-ups. I mean, this thing, when you take the cover off, is just totally blue. So I don't know. If you guys want to see that on the channel, let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll feature it. But it's a little bit modern for what my channel is, but it is killer. It's got all blue screws. It's got every hop up you can get on it, all blue turnbuckles. And I actually sent Glenn everything to do his as well. The car came out awesome. So now we're getting into some rare cars here. So this is a Nikko Brat. I just finished painting that. That's an original body and wing. Actually, it's a TBG wing. It's original body and decals. This car is in great shape. Yeah, I mean, it's just a real rare car. So yeah, you'll see this one on the channel for sure. This is my new built, unfinished Tomy Intruder EX. I've actually got the box for it right, try to go slow, right there. So I found this one new in box and bought it. And we're gonna have it, I'm probably gonna have it professionally painted. That's why I sent Glenn, the very first car I sent him was an Intruder EX. It was my first one. So yeah, this is one that will definitely be on the channel and needs to be finished, but brand new, never run. This is my original Intruder. This is a great car as well. This has got, actually it's got the carbon fiber hop up chassis and carbon kit from Tomy back in the day. So really rare parts on a really rare car. This is my Shoemaker, original Shoemaker XLS. That's vintage from back in the day, and underneath it is my standard wheelbase Shoemaker XLS. Two, again, very rare cars. You see the XLS every once in a while, but you don't see too many standard wheelbase ones. So I don't know, it's got vintage paint on it, like it's, you know, it's done looking vintage, but I don't know, I might end up doing a box art body for it. I do have a couple sets of the chrome wheels, so that might get changed over on one of them. I'm not sure. I also have a Riri to build at some point that we're going to do a carbon chassis on it and stuff. So we'll definitely have the XLS on the channel at some point. Underneath that, this is my custom Optima Pro. So I sent Glenn his Optima Pro, which was absolutely mint. And at the time, I'm like, I don't really get what he sees in it. And of course, after I sent it to him and watched his videos, I fell in love with the car. It's kind of how it always is, right? It's like, you know, you don't appreciate the car until it's gone. So I found this one, and it's got a cool, like, metallic red decal set on it. It's got a wing on it. I think it looks cool. I've got another one as well. It's box art that needs a light restoration. This one's actually absolutely mint. It just has, you know, it's just painted in that funky black and red. And then this one's missing the under tray. I do have an under tray for it, so I don't know, at some point we'll mess around with my Pros, my Optima Pros, and we'll do something with it. And then this one is another, so I bought this. This is an X-Race car. Again, this came with a ton of vintage hop-ups and parts and pit boxes and all kinds of stuff. So this was sold to me as an Optima Mid. That's it. Looking at it, to me, it looks like it's more of the Optima Mid SE. Not necessarily based on the wheels, but when you look at the chassis and the fact that it's got the anti-sway bars front and rear and the rest of the, you know, the spec of the car, I think it's more of an Optima Mid SE. So that car might get restored and given away. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. It's kind of just a double. Getting back to Nikko, this is a Super Sprint. So they did a Super Sprint, they did the Dandy Dash, and they did the Brat. And those are their 3 hobby grades. So we've got all 3 of them represented here. The Super Sprint and Dandy Dash were pretty much the same chassis. The only thing that really changed was the shocks changed and the bodies were different. And then so those aren't original Nikko wheels. It actually has Nikko motors in it, so I'm psyched about that. These just came in, and these still have the mechanical speed controllers in them. And they're completely original. But the guy sent me, I don't know, it was like 8 or 9 of the original Nikko wheels that he sent with it. So those will get restored at some point. Then we've got Tomahawk. I'm going to assume... No, it looks to me like that's original. It's got original shocks on it. I don't know. I thought it was a Riri when I bought it. It might be a Riri. It might be original, but... The decaling on the body is terrible. It's got an older body that came with it as well. Maybe he just put a Riri body on it. I'm not sure. But we'll have to do some more investigating on that car to figure out what it is. But I mean, it obviously is a Tomahawk. It's just a matter of whether it's original or whether it's Riri. Then I've got... so this isn't a original Rough Rider that I just got a new body set for. So that's going to get restored, and then underneath that we have an original Super Champ that's got a aftermarket Parma body on it. So yeah, those are cool cars. Looking forward to getting into the SRBs. Should be pretty fun. Underneath that, we've got an AYK or an AK Sidewinder. So that's got a body and decals coming, body from TBG. That chassis is in absolutely mint condition for its age. Not a scratch on it, all metal chassis. So that's going to get restored. And then underneath that, we've got an AK. It's actually a, what is it? It's a, geez, now I can't remember. It's got a Bobcat body on it, but it's a Boxer. That's what it is. The chassis and the body is a Boxer. So AK did a Boxer, I believe, a Bobcat, and a Buffalo. And they're all essentially the same car with different names. In fact, I think they shared the same box too. So yeah, those are my 2 AKs there. And then underneath that, we've got a Exceed Pegasus 443. I've got one new in box too as well, in a Chimo. So that car's got center diff. I believe it's, I can't remember if it's ball or gear, but it's got 4-wheel steer. So it's 4-wheel drive, 4-wheel steer with 3 diffs. So that's going to get restored. Originally I thought that car, nobody did a body for it, but I just recently found out that TBG does a body and MCI does decals. So that car will get restored. And like I said, I've got a new one box as well. I was planning on building it until I found that one. So I don't know what we'll do yet. I'd like to run it, to be honest. I think it would be cool to run a car like that with 4-wheel steer from back in, 86 or whatever year it was it came out. Back to Kyosho. So this is my Pro X. I just picked this up. Needs light restoration. It's dirty. It's in great shape, but I'd like to do a box art body for it. This is an absolutely mint Optima Pro XL. Just got this one in as well. This car is brand new. So it's an original body with reproduction decals, but I have an original decal set for it. I believe that's how that one came. It's hard to keep them all straight sometimes. But yeah, that one's in absolutely mint condition. Then we have a Turbo Rocky. That's going to get restored at some point. I've got a new body and decals coming for that. This is another one of my 5 Falcons. So this is an absolutely mint Falcon. Just needs to be painted. Really, and that's it. So I had bought that one, and then I ended up with 2 new in-box kits. So it was like this was going to be my shelf queen, and then I don't need 2 new in-box kits, so I'm going to build 1 new in-box on the show, and I'll keep the other one. So this one will end up becoming a giveaway car. Then I've got my Fox, my original Fox. This is going to get restored. I've got everything I need for that. And then I've got an original striker underneath it. I've got a new body kit for that, and obviously you can see all new plastics behind it, so that will get restored as well. And then underneath that, I've got my DB01 Baldry. So most people go for the Durga, and I didn't want the Durga. I'm not a big fan of the body. I have the Durga body on the 501. So I went with the Baldry. It's got a little bit different shape, and I've got a new body kit for that. And then this car is going to get completely hopped up. I've got every hop up part for the DB01. It's going to go on that car along with a brand new chassis. So we'll see that car again. Then I've got my Willys. So long wheelbase original, short wheelbase original. So this one's absolutely mint, never run. This one is in a bit of a state. I've actually got my eye on another short wheelbase I might pull a trigger on here in the next couple of days. It's same scenario as the long wheelbase. It's built, never run, absolutely perfect. So this one needs quite a bit of work. I didn't pay a lot for this truck, so we'll have to see. If I get the other one, this one will end up getting probably a light restoration and then get given away. This is my TC01 that's in being currently finished. So I'm working on a body. If you look at this, so that is got blue screws again, just like my TD4, and then every blue hop up you can get for the TC01, along with a bunch of carbon fiber reinforcement chassis parts and everything else. Beautiful car. It's gorgeous just to show like that, to be completely honest. Then I've got my original Wild one. This is built, never run. Absolutely love that car. I've actually got the original hop up oil shocks for that car as well. So it doesn't really need a whole lot, but we'll probably feature it on the channel. And maybe we'll do some tire writing and put those vintage shocks on. So getting back into some rare stuff here, we've got the Predator, 10th Tech Predator X10. So it's got X11 wheels, and you can see in the back there's a set of X10 rears. So I'll find a set of X10 fronts, and then we're gonna have this body is gonna get custom painted. I'll get a new body shell for it, and it's gonna go black, faded into the checkered flag, the race flag. I've got a brand new set of original decals for that car. So yeah, looking forward to getting that one redone. It looks beautiful the way it is. It's absolutely mint, not a mark on it. So yeah, we'll see that one for sure. And then next to that is my RCL Incident Pro. So I've got an Incident new unbox thanks to Jason at True Vintage. Thank you, Jason. We just sent one to Glenn as well for RC Legends. But this is my built Incident Pro. So this car, it's been featured in a couple videos on the channel. You'll see them coming up. I don't know what I'll do with it. I love it just the way it is. So it'll probably just stay like that. It's got alloy wheels on it. It's just a gorgeous car. Another four-wheel drive, four-wheel steer vintage buggy like the Exceed. Then I've got my Panda Monium. Glenn just featured this car on his channel. I've got a brand new decal kit for this, original decal kit, and I actually just sent him a second one. So I bought one, and for whatever reason, when it got shipped to me, it was double. There was 2 sets of decals in it, so I sent one to him so that he can paint his up. I don't think my car has ever been painted. It's like a cream color with the cream wheels. So I don't know if it's just yellowed with age. It looks too even to be age yellowing. It looks like the car came originally cream and then was supposed to be painted white, maybe. So we'll see that car on the channel. Like, it's absolutely mint, not a mark on it underneath. So yeah, it's it's not an expensive car, but it's definitely a rare car. And then next to that, we've got our Hirobo Allen Mid. That car just came in. That's absolutely mint. I'm not sure if those are the correct wheels and tires. There's something that's not original to the car, but I don't care. It's absolutely mint, and it's 95% there. So yeah, I'm excited to have it. Then I've got my Associated RC10. I forget what edition it is. There's so many of the gold pans. It's an original. It's not a re-re. I know that. I just can't remember which version it is. I think it might be the championship edition, the one that came. It's like a reddish and orangish box. But either way, that's my RC10. Then I've got, again, shout out to Jason at True Vintage. So he just did a video on this. This is the MRP Pro 110. So he built this new unbox, I believe, on the show. And we were talking, and I'm like, you gonna run it? And he's like, no, I think it belongs behind the glass. And I was like, well, I've got a spot for it. And he's like, well, then it's yours. So that just actually came in today. So this is the Glenn's I forget it's the 777 Leopard. Is basically a clone of this car. Either that or this is a clone of that car. I'm not sure, but if I had to guess, I'd say MRP was the original chassis and then somebody copied it. But yeah, definitely an interesting car, and we'll show that one on the show as well. We'll do a video on it, just kind of going over the car just because it's so unique. And then down below that, my restored Ninja has cracked tires on it, and you'll see on my Ninja series that I was talking about buying another Ninja just for the tires. Well, I did. That's the Ninja I bought just for the tires. So this car will actually get given away or sold on. I've got another plastic set for it that's used, but the gearboxes on this, somebody decided to make it ball raced, and they were a machinist, and they actually cut the gearboxes and mounted aluminum caps in there to hold the bearings. Apparently they couldn't find the correct size bearings, so it's kind of an interesting story, but I bought it strictly for those tires, not even the wheels. And then that's my original Shogun that's going to get restored on the show. It needs a new body and decals. Chassis is absolutely mint on that car. And I've been looking, that's like the car that eluded me. I could not find a Shogun to save my life for the longest time, and I finally found that one. Thanks to Jason in Canada, J Hobbies. Appreciate you selling me that one. He's like Mr. Marui. So I'm going to try to slowly bring you back up over here. I don't want to move the camera too fast and make you sick, but we're going to get into some of my monster trucks here. So this is my original Mud Blaster. I've got a new body kit for it, original decals, new set of wheels and tires, so that car will get restored on the show. And then this is it's actually an original monster beetle that was restored. I had bought an Riri body for it at the time, thinking that it wasn't a big deal, but I have since sourced an original body with the original glass and original decals. So that car will get finished off on the show. And then my original vintage Midnight Pumpkin with C's vintage aluminum wheels on it. So I wanted a Midnight Pumpkin for the collection, and I saw this one with the aluminum wheels and just had to have it. It's a stunner. Going up, I apologize for the lights. That's my original Never Run lunchbox. That thing's absolutely mint. That's my King Cab that was built, never run. That's going to get restored. I now have an original body and original decals, and other than that, it just needs a clean up. Absolutely beautiful truck. My Mad Bull. That thing is that's probably my funnest RC car right there. I love that thing. It rips. There was DTO2s with big tires absolutely fly, and those gearboxes are bulletproof. You can put some power to them. I've got an original set of decals for it. I'm not sure what I'll do with it. I just love it, that car, to run it, and maybe we'll do with the body up box art, or maybe we'll do something else, but I do have original decals for it. And then going up even further, that's my original Clodbuster Chevy badge. I've got original decals for that. That truck's in great shape. So that truck will get completely restored, painted up with original decal set. And then I've got my Monster Racer. I've got a new body kit for that, Tamiya. Brand new rear tires. Front tires are good. I've got new front tires as well. But yeah, so you'll see that on the show. That'll get restored. So that's my Bruiser. I have a new decal set for that, so that will probably get taken apart and repainted and cleaned up with new decals. It does need a little bit of love. I've got a new unboxed Bruiser as well, and I have a Mountaineer new unbox to build, and I have a Mountaineer new unbox to keep. Not a big fan of the Bruiser, but it's such an iconic truck that I figured it was worth having. So that's all of the built cars. I do have a couple of project cars that I'll show you. Well, I can't forget the Mammoth Dump. So that's the Mammoth Dump. I built that just for fun. That's on a Juggernaut 2 chassis, so I mean it's kind of a cool build. That's actually a runner. It's just part of my construction equipment collection, but it's worth noting. So these here are projects, half built. So obviously this is a Blazing Blazer. It's got electrics in it, but it was never run. So if you look at it, the chassis is absolutely brand new. The body is a used body, but it's been scuffed down and it's ready for paint. It's actually in great shape. Whoever did the body work on it did an awesome job. So this is going to get repainted in the box art black. I've got original decal set for it, which is a ton of money by itself. And then we've got all the parts to put this thing together. And it's actually, like I said, it's set up to run. There's a new driver figure for it. And there's the rest of the parts there. But like I said, that truck's never been run. I mean, the guy put electrics in it, vintage electrics, but he never ran it. So we have that one to do on the show. And then if you're going to have that one, then you have to have this one. So this is the Hilux 4x4. This was built back in the 80s by Taiwan Kenny, a friend of mine that I get a lot of my kits from. Original body set, new in box. I've got original decals for that too. And then all the plastics, original plastics to put this thing together. So that will get built on the show as well. And then, so this is number 99 on this collection video. Everything else I have is new in box, like brand new in box. There's over 100 of those, so that'll be on video too. So this is obviously the Lancia Rally, obviously the original. That box is absolutely mint, like day one mint, perfect, no yellowing, nothing, absolutely stunning. So whoever had this one, I bought this one on eBay too. I stole this thing, started putting it together, got through a few steps, and stopped. So it's a perfect candidate to be finished off. Here's your mechanical speed controller, original body, original wheels and tires. Obviously nothing was ever finished, so this will get finished on the show as well. And then well, let me bring you up for a closing and we'll discuss the building of these kits, and then obviously the new in-box stuff. So let me bring you back for a closing. So I hope you enjoyed that. 99 cars, right? That's a lot of cars. Doesn't seem like it when you're going through them one at a time. But yeah, there's a lot of cars that are built and either need finishing or restoration. And then there's obviously a lot of kits that you haven't seen yet that'll be in part 2 that need to be built. So my collection, if you don't already know, encompasses built cars as well as new in-box kits that some match a lot of the cars that I have that are built. So I'm not trying to get every kit for every car that I have. I'm more focused on kits that came with great presentation. You know, kits that came that have blister packs, not kits that were just kind of thrown together. So with that being said, obviously if I have 99 cars, I'm not going to have 99 kits that are going to stay new in box. I will say I have over 100 kits right now, but I would say that at least half to 3/4 of those kits are going to get built. So if you liked this video of the built cars, you're going to want to subscribe and turn your notifications on, because the next video, part 2, is really the one that I think is impressive. And that's all of my new in-box kits. So that one's going to take a little bit of time. But it is what it is. It's an impressive collection. So again, I hope you liked today's video. Please comment in the comment section. Let me know which car you like the best. Let me know what car maybe you've never heard of before. I'm sure there's one in there somewhere. I find new and interesting cars all the time. I just happen to, I can't resist, and when I do find a car that I don't already have, I end up buying it. So yeah, I do hope that you liked today's video, and I do want to hear from you in the comments. I'd like to know what car you like, not necessarily the most, but maybe one that intrigued you that you didn't know about. If you have any questions on any of the cars, please comment below. If it's not a question that I can answer, maybe somebody else in the comments can answer. But again, thank you for watching today's video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and turn on those notifications. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Again, part 2's coming, and we'll see you then. Bye.